Karen has an amazing salon grand opening, but it's not without its drama. Danni is finally walking into a season of self-awareness. And Andrea, go ahead and pack up your stuff. This gonna be your last day. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Sistas video. And in this one, we are going to be breaking down season 7, episode number 3. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my sisters' content and conversations. I drop new videos every single day, breaking down the storylines and the characters in the Sistas universe, as well as host a live after show and podcast after each new episode of Tyler Perry Sistas so that we can all unpack, decompress, and discuss the series in real time. Tons of things for you as a Sistas fan right here on Erica Vane TV, so you should subscribe. Join the tribe. All right, I really don't even know where to begin, but I kind of want to begin at a place that I missed on our Sistas Keeper last night, y'all. Okay, so because I was so irritated with Fatima's irritation about these flowers, I really kind of missed their entire conversation. I really just kind of checked out the moment that she realized that the flowers were for Karen and she got that nasty attitude and then wanted to flick the flowers. I think my ears just completely cut off because, well, actually, y'all already know. If you watch our Sistas Keeper, you know exactly why. So I'm going to link our Sistas Keeper in the description box. You can go and get my full reaction and thoughts behind it there. I ain't gonna go into it here. But in looking back and rewatching the episode so that I can make this video, I'm going to have a little bit more smoke for Zach because you basically lied. You literally lied to Fatima straight to her face, saying that you only had the flowers to soften the blow about the paternity or wanting to get a DNA test. Why in the hell, if your number one focus was to get the DNA test, why in the hell would you pick the day of her grand opening of her new salon to do it? One, there's no shade and no shame in you wanting to get a DNA test. Cool. But like all of the people around her, all of the people who she care about most, deciding that their problems, their issues, their things of most concern and priority trump her actual day, which has been on the books now for 3 damn months. All of y'all have known about this day for months. This woman is pregnant. She is alone. She is navigating so much by her goddamn self. And y'all think it's okay to now come and lay all your burdens bare on her brand new doorstep of her brand new business that she is struggling to even get open. And you think that that's okay? Absolutely the hell not. And then Zach, you think it's okay to sit up in Fatima's face and lie? You got the flowers because you love Karen. You got the flowers because you want to support Karen. You got the flowers because you are proud of Karen and how far she has come. You got the flowers because you want to keep it cool, they lie, and you actually want to have a relationship with Karen. However, it makes it complicated because of how confuddled y'all has been up until now. I was all for you telling Fatima the damn truth and coming in and not hiding the fact that you got flowers for this grand opening, but when you decided to tuck tail and run behind this goofy ass excuse of, well, I'm only doing what you asked me to do and go get the DNA test, exactly what Fatima said on the day of her grand opening. Why today? It makes absolutely no sense, and it's a complete and utter lie. And then this is the part where you give Zach an inch and he want to take a whole damn mile, and I'm sitting up here trying to root for you being a better man, trying to root for you to be emotionally intelligent, trying to root for you to be self-aware. But every single time you give you an inch, you take a mile all the way down to narcissism land, all the way down to Selfishville. Everything is not about you. And for you to have these inclinations, for you to have these intentions of wanting to support Karen and still caring about Karen and being able to recognize that, but then you're allowing yourself to be influenced so negatively by Fatima's reactions and her emotions, it's like you need to pick a damn struggle, Zach, because nobody got time to be hemming and hawing with your ass. Yes, I'm irritated with Fatima still getting the attitude about any kind words or well wishes that you have for Karen, because Karen is not going anywhere. Fatima needs to make peace with that. She decided to be in this relationship with you. She decided that she ain't gonna never leave you. Every other episode last season, she wanted to tell us as the audience that she ain't gonna never leave Zach. We heard you. But if that is the case, then you need to stop also throwing tantrums behind these little ass menial acts of kindness that actually makes sense when somebody is trying to have a reciprocal platonic relationship, a kind relationship. So yes, I do have smoke for Fatima having an issue about these goofy ass flowers when she thought that they were beautiful, when she thought that they were for her. But also, Zach, you literally create the environment for all of Fatima's insecurities and jealousy to fester. And it's annoying as All you have to do is be straight up from the jump. All you have to do is be clear from the jump. And for whatever reason, you can't seem to do that. And I am struggling. I'm really struggling to figure out why. Are you actually still in love with Karen? Do you secretly want Karen back? What the hell is the issue? Why can't we be on the straight and narrow and just have pure intentions for the pure things that we're doing? If you had pure intentions behind these damn flowers and trying to support Karen, then you wouldn't have told Miss Lisa one thing and then turned around and told Fatima a whole other thing. And I'm pretty sure if Miss Lisa would have let your ass go into that building, you would have told Karen a whole other thing. Like, Zachary, I'm gonna need you to be fucking for real. Pure intentions means they are the same no matter who the hell the damn words about the actions are being communicated to. So if you're here to support Karen, focus on that. If Fatima got a problem with it, that's her problem. If Miss Lisa got a problem with it, that's her problem. But you so damn wishy-washy back and forth, you don't even know what the hell your damn intentions are. Because part of it is that you want to support Karen, but then part of it is you don't want Fatima mad at you, and then part of it is you don't want to look stupid. Like, again, pick a struggle. I'm tired of giving Zach an inch and his ass taking a mile. I want to root for him. I want him to be the refined, reformed F-boy. And I want him to be a success story out of F-boy land. But with every opportunity and the more time, he just continues to perpetuate the same narrative of goofiness. And it's annoying. It is just as annoying. And I gave all the smoke to Fatima on Our Sister's Keeper when Zach needed a lot more smoke. But I wasn't even damn listening because I had checked out. Because I'm so tired of that back and forth. Like, at this point, y'all, when it comes to the Fatima relationship, what are y'all rooting for aside from aesthetic? Because it's literally struggle love on Fatima's side and it's inconsistency on Zach's side. What is the upside for either one of them? Because even with Fatima coming to Zach's rescue, she can only do but so much. He don't have his son. She can't snap her fingers and now he got his son. It's exhausting. Watching Zach and Fatima is exhausting. Watching them continuously basically battle about the same bullshit, which is ultimately heavily on Zach's side, is exhausting, and I'm over it. And that's all I got to say really about Zach and or Fatima. Fatima held Andi down in this episode. She was giving the tea on the 411 with Gary, the feds, and the law firm. She did what she's supposed to do as far as that. Clearly, Fatima has way more sense than Andi do up in that damn law firm, but that's another conversation for another day. Next, Rich and Sabrina. I want to root for Rich and Sabrina so damn bad, but it is screaming run. It is screaming red flag. It is screaming, girl, this boy is trying to phase you out, waiting for your clock to run out, and he's going to enjoy you along the ride. Y'all want different things. You want marriage. You want kids. He does not. There is no compromise with that. We always want to talk about compromise. We want to give things time. We want to let stuff build. We can't compromise with everything. We can compromise with some things. We can't compromise with everything. If I want kids and you want none, there is no compromise in between because there are no half of kids. If I don't get to push a kid out of this birth canal, then that means I'm not getting what I want. So I don't give a damn about no nieces and nephews. I don't give a damn about being no godparent. I don't give a damn about none of that. If I cannot have my own biological kid that I am able to carry and then push out, then it's not what I actually want. And I had to go back and rewatch the scene where Rich is talking to Sabrina at the juice bar. And he's like, you know, I really like you. This feels different. We both need to be open to the fact that our lives could look different with one another, and I'm open to that. It really gave very vague speech to try to convince her to give him more time to talk her out of her dreams. It really gave finesse. And I'm sorry, but a fine-ass black man with moisturized skin and a moisturized beard going to do it every time. Because, sir, you're not speaking to, I could potentially change my mind because you feel different. You're not saying, I could be open to that if we give it a little bit more time in reference to the things that she wants. You literally looked her in the face and said that we both could see the future that looks different and be okay with it. Meaning that you think that you can actually convince her to no longer want things that she wanted since she was a child. And it doesn't even matter why she wants the things. Like, that's an interpersonal journey that she has to go on in reference to unpacking the things that she has been fed as a child or socialized to believe that she wanted, because we all go through that. But regardless, and coming to this relationship, her being vocal about what she wants and you being vocal about what you don't want, it's clear that y'all don't align. So I don't care how much synergy y'all have in the bedroom. it's not going to work out. And Sabrina is about to go through the ringer in learning this, and I hate this for her. However, I love this for the audience. I think that this is such an important conversation to be had. I think that media needs to highlight these conversations a lot more, because when you're a woman of a certain age and you have to start thinking about certain things, and biology comes into play, and then you get with a guy, and then you start to have these thoughts, and you start to need to ask yourself these questions of, do I value companionship right now more than I value the goals that I have for myself? Because ultimately, motherhood is on Sabrina's to-do list. It's on her goal list for her overall life. It is something that is attached to what she deems will make her life a success if she's able to mission complete this particular thing. And unfortunately, that is not solely, contingent upon her. It is also indicative of the partner that she chooses. And the older she gets, the less time she has to make a decision. So if she decides to give Rich 3 years of her life, and then 3 years down the line, he still don't want to get married. Now she's 39 and still wanting to have kids, and it looks a lot different than when she's 36. I don't know. I really was trying to see some other side. I wanted to believe that Rich was not just talking a good game, but right now, all Rich is giving me as a boyfriend is that talks a good game. He has all of these flowery words and all of these amazing compliments for Sabrina, but you didn't even bring her coffee when you came to apologize for running out on her. That to me is a note to a selfish spirit. And I don't give a damn about once she came to him at his job bringing over the juice. He did not even come with coffee in hand for her. So even if you wasn't going to bring her coffee, why are you carrying your coffee? Rich, to me, there's subtle signs that just show that he cares about what he cares about, what he wants, what he thinks, what he believes. And that's it. And you know what? That's fine. If you're moving through life selfishly, that's fine. But the moment that you decide to build a life with somebody else, you have to start taking a person into consideration. And the more the choices that you're making in your life abrasively rubs against the other person, means that they're not in synergy, y'all not in alignment, the quicker y'all need to realize that y'all not going to work. Rich is too selfish for Sabrina. He might be able to whisper a sweet nothing in her ear and call her beautiful and lay good pipe, but he is too selfish for her. And the signs are jumping up off of his ass. Danni has her very first and very brief therapy session where it's very clear that she's not bought into this. Her therapist handles it beautifully and not only comes to her, but leaves once she realizes, like, okay, this is not something that you actually want, but the door is still open. I think it's interesting that once Danni arrives at the salon, she can admit that she sabotaged this. But I'm just, it's going to take a while for me to actually get on board with Danni in her journey. She has so much resistance to everything that is like good for her. And she arrogantly parades around her life while it's on fire as if she's the grand poobah and like she really knows. And it's like, girl, everything that you're doing for yourself is lighting additional fires and causing your life to be a hot ass mess. And anybody who comes into it and speaks truth to power and speaks light over your life by speaking truth to power to you, you criticize and or deflect and dismiss the things that they're saying. And I brought this up on our Sistas Keeper last night, but I'm wondering if Tony is such a good man to the wrong woman. And I'm going to go into that in another separate video where we deep dive into Danni a little bit. I hate the idea of asking that question, but I would be remiss to not bring it up because it is something that came to mind for me. I don't like the idea of grading Danni as a woman in any way, but I do want to talk about like the woman who is not ready for the well put together man. The woman who is actively working against all the efforts of the man who comes into her life and has things that she actively needs, but she also actively rejects them for whatever her bullshit reasons are. Whether she wants to sabotage her life, whether she wants to be a masochist and thinks that she doesn't deserve anything great, whatever that looks like. And I think it's interesting to see it on the woman's side of things because more often than not, specifically in the Black community, I feel like we see it a lot with men. I actually experienced it within a relationship and like a guy telling me like I was too good for him, and I'm just like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, that's not how this works. But in seeing it in this regard and seeing it in a female form, I'm now starting to really understand of like, yeah, I don't know if Tony is quote unquote too good for Danni, or if this is just not the season for him to be in her life, because it feels like right now she's an empty pit. She has not hit rock bottom. even though we believe that she's like at rock bottom. She doesn't see anything wrong with the things that she's doing, and all of the efforts and energy that people are throwing into her or could be putting into her is going to kind of go nowhere until she realizes how much she needs it and is able to actually do something with the resources being provided to her. Yeah, that's what that damn therapy session gave me. I love Tony for being there. Like, I love the idea of Black women having men to prop them up and to be the rock, because so many of us have been rocks for men. But also Danni makes me very, very anxious just because of how volatile and unvulnerable she is. Aside from that, the other major thing of this episode is the grand opening. Girls show up late, they don't help Karen set up, and then they come in and they all trying to dump all that bullshit on her, and she has to let them know this is not the time or the place to do this. We're not doing this today. And he's talking about something, but we always talk about our business. Do you always talk about your business when I'm reopening mine? Oh, okay. Again, you could pick a whole nother day. And I love this. I hope that this is the beginning of something really great when it comes to the accountability being dished out within the sister circle, because they are not good friends to Karen. They are not, well, Sabrina is a decent friend to Karen, but Andi and Danni have been historically trash friends to Karen, and it is so clear, it is so prevalent. I get like how catty it could feel with Karen bringing up the Fatima thing as she did. I think that it's catty for y'all to be taking pictures and putting them just on Instagram, knowing, because you're literally sitting with her out, but okay. But I love her actually speaking about it and calling them on it. And y'all little half-ass apologies, we're gonna go ahead and take it, but at some point something needs to shift, something needs to change, because Karen is moving into a new season in her life. It's grown women only, and y'all are behaving like birds and little ass girls, and don't nobody got time for it. Andrea, there's always a fire in your life, and it's always tied to Gary Borders. At this given point in time, it's okay for your friends to decide to get off the damn boat with your ass, because enough is enough. You have taken them through hell and high water with you. Specifically, Karen has been there for the entire 6 months that you were dating this man, knowing that he was married, and all of the physical, mental, and emotional abuse that he had put you through, that you didn't even disclose to Sabrina and Danni. Karen has been there, trying to help you, trying to walk you through leaving, trying to give you the strength that you felt like you didn't have to be able to walk away and choose yourself. If you're still not doing it at this point, if you can't, and not even that you're not doing it because you're not with Gary, but the way that Andi spent this episode so rocked and so moved by the roosters coming home to basically roost behind some that she did 3 months ago with Gary, or her affiliation with Gary, it's wild to me. Like, there's no way that Andi should have come into that salon with that energy, regardless, because Karen has already given enough to you in the Gary situation. And a little bit of self-awareness, a little bit of love and respect for this girl that has been there for you throughout this, as well as other previous domestic violent situations and relationships, would have clued you into, yeah, this is not the time to actually do this. This is not the time to bring this up. And at the end of the day, Andi, if you thought that everything that you was doing was on the up and up, then you wouldn't be shaking in your boots right now worried about your damn job. Okay. Danni, don't nobody give a about you sabotaging your life, because when they tried to have a come to Jesus meeting with your ass at the top of season 6, you decided to read everybody for filth and call all of their whole facts out. So when they try to sit and tell you how you sabotage things, how you're not hearing them, how they're worried about you, and how you have people that are here to help you through whatever you're going through right now, you decided to point out how each and every one of them are a hoe, and how each and every one of them lives is trash, and how each and every one of them can go to hell. So don't sit your ass up in this beautiful ass salon and complain about you not being able to talk to a therapist. Go talk to your mama, because don't talk to us. We already done tried. We're tired, and this is Karen's day. And ain't none of y'all in the comment section going to get me to look at this any other way, because again, this is Karen's damn day. She needs at least a day. That's all I got, y'all. This breakdown is getting a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. If you want additional thoughts, again, we have our Sistas Keeper, where we go into depth, and I talked a lot more about every single piece, like the Tamara and Hayden of it all. What the hell was that? I'm going with the fact that I think that it's a dream, or Hayden is imagining her. I don't believe that Tamara is actually there, about to bust it wide open with all the feds running amok. But I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section what you think. But again, I'll link our Sistas Keeper episode from last night in the description box if you want to further discuss the episode. I will have the preview for next week's episode, as well as the trailer breakdown, coming very, very soon. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'm going to see you in the next one.